Hi, I'm Sonia Choquette. I'm a spiritual teacher, an intuitive guide, a writer, a traveler, and I want to talk today about going through dark times. Are you going through a dark time? Have you faced recently disappointment, endings, depression? Have things not worked out in your relationship? Are you struggling with your work or your finances? Has it been a difficult time just physically not feeling well? It's just part of life because we're temporary and we're vulnerable, and it's just inevitable because change happens to all of us, and sometimes the cycles of life bring about difficult changes and emotionally devastating changes that really can put us in dark night of the soul. And I know because I was thrown into that myself head first and did not see it coming, at least not the way it showed up. But I want you to know that everything is for a higher good, even if it feels in the moment that this is the worst possible thing that could happen. When dark changes came to me, I honestly was just a little bit mad at the universe initially because I felt like I don't deserve this. I didn't ask for this. But after the dust settled and I began to look at my options and I got quiet and honest, I actually did ask for it. Because the truth was I was consciously settling for a life and circumstances and relationships that did not resonate with who I really was and was becoming. And I was holding on to circumstances in life that reflected a part of me that I had long outgrown. It happens to all of us, and quite honestly, way more than any of us want to talk to, because we're so trained to put on a happy face and a good front to the world, and I'm good and I'm fine. So we get isolated and feel like, oh my God, my changes are so personal and private, I can't let anybody know. When in fact, because I work with people as well as going through my own stuff, I know we're all going through it, and it's more common than not that we're all facing and all have to face very difficult and what often feels like very isolated and dark times. That's why I wrote my book, Waking Up in Paris, because I felt it was important to share with my readers and share with people that it doesn't matter who you are, even a spiritual teacher, even someone who's super well informed and wants to live life at the highest level, cannot avoid the pain that growth brings about. And when the soul wants to grow, sometimes all hell breaks loose, and that's just the way it works. So it's important to first have an enormous amount of compassion for yourself when you're going through a dark time, but also ask for help. That's also very important. You don't have to struggle with this alone. And most of all, check in with your spirit. Ask yourself, quite honestly, am I really just afraid, but this could be a good thing? Because that certainly was the case for me. It was unwanted, but it wasn't really unwelcome. My ego fought it, but my spirit was relieved. Because as I went through the dark night of the soul, a whole new part of me that I had forgotten was absolutely thrilled and excited to be liberated. So no matter what is happening, no matter how frustrated, no matter how depressed, don't go through it alone. Recognize it as an invitation from your soul. Ask for the help to get through the difficulty, but also remember your spirit and let your spirit lead you, because it will lead you to parts of yourself that feel very authentic, very genuine, very real. And that's what change and loss and shifting is about, always for something better. So I write about this in Waking Up in Paris. I want to encourage you to trust yourself. Change is good, even though it is at times scary and frightening. So have courage, be encouraged, and know that things are always moving in the direction of your highest good. All my love.